Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars in today's video because on Sunday against Indianapolis, it's for the AFC South, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are currently 8-4. They've won 3 straight football games. One of them was real nice Thursday night against Los Angeles about 3 weeks ago. Last Sunday against Tennessee, taking care of business, winning exactly how they should. Alright, you're playing, first off, a divisional rival on the road, alright, but you're playing a 1-win team. How are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do pretty well, and you're supposed to win pretty well. That's exactly what we saw, 25-3. Overtime nail-biter against Arizona, sprinkled or sandwiched in the middle there. And now you've got your home matchup, first one of the season against the Indianapolis Colts. And it's just really cool zooming out, 8-4, how much this team has riding on this game. A win for Jacksonville has them looking real nice. Their playoff odds jump to 96%. Their AFC South odds jump to 65%. And even if the Jaguars lose on Sunday to Indianapolis, their playoff odds are still around 70 with most projection models. But it's crazy, man. We've been talking Jacksonville this entire season. You know, that win early on in the year against Kansas City, it was crazy to me. And, you know, per usual Chiefs NFL media world, the next day, the next week, it's all, should we be worried about Patrick Mahomes? Should we be worried about the Kansas City Chiefs? Nothing really to do against Jacksonville. And now the Colts are, you know, spiraling. They keep losing football games, and, you know, it's just kind of is, all right, are the Colts going to lose the division? Don't see too much about these 8-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. So Liam Cohen's in his first year. I know there have been some bad games, but you could not, so far 12 games into the season, have asked for a better start to the Liam Cohen era. So folks, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we're talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars in today's video. We do so at least once a week, so if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, hit that sub button, hit that hype button, I guess that makes a really big difference, so thank you. We're going to talk a little bit about this Tennessee game. I already made a rapid reaction on Sunday. Thank you guys for all the support on that video. You know, I like it, 25 straight points to end that game. The first drive, Tennessee, Cam Ward, they take like 7-8 minutes off the clock, put up a field goal, and I know it's the one-win Titan team, but you see it all too often in the NFL, especially on the road against a divisional opponent where the other team gets off to an early lead. They try to just control the game clock, try to control time of possession, keep your offense uncomfortable, get enough stops, and just control that clock and make it at least a sweaty game. Like, you know, we even saw Tennessee crawl back against Seattle a couple of weeks ago. That Titans team is not very good. They should have more than one win. An upset's coming for Tennessee, and hopefully it's not against Jacksonville at the end of the year. But anyways, excuse me. Jacoby Myers has changed this offense completely. I mean, he had in that game 6 catches, all 6 targets, 90 yards, and a touchdown. It's like this combination. So it's weird because Brenton Strange came back a couple of games ago. BTJ just came back. Jacoby Myers just got picked up at, oh my goodness. I'm trying to say the word acquired. There we go. Jacoby Myers just got acquired at the deadline for Jacksonville. That game on Sunday, the offense is just clicking, and I don't know if it's this combo. It feels like this combo of, first off, the Jacoby Myers effect, but then also this Brenton Strange effect that we're going to talk a little bit later on in the video. Now you've got BTJ controlling defenses. I know he didn't have a great return to action, but they're going to need him against Indianapolis, and I'm kind of feeling a big comeback game for BTJ in this sophomore campaign. But the offense is just flowing. You know, these last couple of games, it just looks good. It's the second week in a row Jacoby Myers has scored a touchdown. Those 2 touchdowns are his only 2 of the season. He didn't catch any over in Vegas for the first half of the season. Brenton Strange comes back, 3 catches and a touchdown. He's working himself back in this offense. And just like that, you've got the 12th rated defense in the NFL and the 11th rated offense in the NFL. The run game's kind of sputtered a little bit. They've fallen outside of the top 10. But Trevor Lawrence is doing his thing. And I was actually going to talk a little bit about Trevor Lawrence because I saw this Jaguar article. They were talking about Dan Graziano. He said this quote, this excerpt. The Jaguars extended Trevor Lawrence at $55 million per year after year 3, and we still don't know whether he's their long-term answer. Teams do wild things when it comes to quarterbacks because they're so scared about having to find one. Trevor Lawrence in this 3-game win streak, or even 4 of the last 5 wins, 72% of his throws. That's a really big deal. Trevor Lawrence is now completing 72% of his throws in the last month of regular game football. He's thrown for 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. He's also now 6th in the NFL in EPA per passing attempts over the middle of the field. That number was 30th in the first 9 games of the season. So the Jakobi Meyers effect, it's very real. And Trevor Lawrence, he looks comfortable, he looks confident, he looks poised, he looks like Trevor Lawrence. And, we kind of saw a similar version of him at the end of 2022, where he was clearly looking like he's going to become a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He was a top 10 quarterback to end that season. He completed 70% of his passes for 2,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 2 picks. So I know Trevor Lawrence can play. I know the coaching was an issue for this team. I know the weapons was an issue for this team. So, Travis Hunter's done with an injury for the season. You go out there, you be aggressive for your offensive head coach, you pick up Jakobi Meyers, and it's just really changed everything. You're going to really want to re-sign this kid in the offseason, which I'm sure they are planning on doing. Brenton Strange, former second-round pick out of Penn State, he's had a really great season. He's caught 28 of his 33 balls, which is an 85% catch rate. The chemistry is growing. The reliability is growing for all of Lawrence's wide receivers. So I think this offense is starting to click at the proper time. And I always rant on this channel about quarterbacks because, I'm a Packers fan, and one week people think Jordan Love sucks. The other week Jordan Love is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I'm from Chicago. One week Caleb Williams, the Bears should draft a new quarterback, and now he's the second coming. So the quarterback narrative and the way they get traded in the media, because guys need clicks, I need clicks. It's just a media attention-based economy right now. You hear all these crazy Trevor Lawrence things, and when I watch him play football, it is frustrating at times, but you watch all 31 other starting quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's also frustrating at times. So we're 8-4, you're 8-4, and we're going to know a lot more about Trevor Lawrence and how comfortable you feel in these final 5 games of the season, and hopefully at least one playoff game. And I think the Trevor Lawrence discourse will change. I was going to end this video talking about how, what was that guy? Was it Julius Chestnut? There were some scruffles in that game against Tennessee, and he came out, the Chestnut guy came out and said that Jaguars punter Logan Cook said he would kill him. And just Cook won the Walter Payton Player of the Year award today. I just think this energy, this voraciousness, this aggressiveness with this Jacksonville team, offensively, defensively, just culture-wise, I love it, man. I'm loving this new version of Jacksonville with Liam Cohn. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content, and hopefully we see you Sunday afternoon with a victory recap. Give me a score prediction down below for that game against the Colts, and we'll see you soon. Peace.